Hi, I'm Steve from the Stonecrafting Workshop. Welcome. Today I'm going to try and carve a seahorse, and I'm going to use this image as my guide, on a boulder, probably this one. My daughter saw the boulder I'd carved with a gecko on it and was heavily hinting that she would like it for Christmas, but I don't want to give her that one. And she likes seahorses, so I'm going to try and carve a seahorse. This is a piece of yellow York stone. It's not as smooth grained as some, but it should be smoother grained than the Forest of Dean sandstone I used on the gecko carving. So it'll be quite interesting to see how I'm going to get on. First job, create a face, a flattish face, and I'll do that using a hammer and chisel simply because it's quicker. It doesn't need to be terrifically smooth or terrifically flat, just flat enough to get it a drawing on. So join me in the workshop and see how I get on. This York stone is definitely a lot harder than the Forest of Dean sandstone. I decided to put the image down kind of here in this area. I thought it's quite nice having that rockery bit above it. So I've got a flattish face now. It's not flat, but it's smooth enough for me to get a drawing on. Bearing in mind that once I've cut the image out, everything will be below this surface slightly. So I'm not too worried if it's not as smooth as it could be. I'm going to sand this down a little bit just to make it even smoother, just a little bit more, and then go about drawing the image. That's it. If you see it's not smooth, I'm not attempting to get it smooth. That would take much too long. And if I want to smooth it, I'll smooth it once I've got rid of all the waste material. So we're ready for the off. A few new things I'm trying out today. I'm trying out my water feed. I've shown it in a previous video about how I put that together. I want to see if it works. Hopefully I can work without wearing a mask. It doesn't bother me wearing a mask, but it's quite nice if you can avoid it. So there's going to be a water supply coming onto the work as I'm working, hopefully just a dribble where it's actually needed. The other thing is I have said about using this flex drive off of the Ferrex mini grinder. It comes with only 3 of the little brass ferrules inside, and I haven't yet managed to buy replacements for them in that size. But what I have done is bought this, which is a universal fitting multi-head. It's like it's a bit like a drill chuck. And you just put the tool in there and tighten it up by hand. So I'm trying that out as well, and we'll see how that works. It's quite extreme using these wheels on stone, but that's going to be the first job. Cut round the outline. I'm going to keep clear of these spikes, draw those in and work those in later. I just really want to cut round the outline and get rid of the waste material, just take the stone into the image. So here we go. I'm going to wear my mask anyway in case the water doesn't work, and I might take it off later. The outline cut. It's cut very deeply all the way around, or as deep as this will cut, which is probably 6 or 7 mil. The water feed works. It does spray water, but I'm finding now that if I just drip the water on, that works okay, and it sprays much less. So I'm going to persevere with it because there's no dust, which is a nice thing. And the water isn't spraying anywhere critical. It doesn't it doesn't go anywhere near any electrics or anything. Now I'm just going to rough out around the edge to take the background back, and I'll probably do that with a big roll. Have a good supply of water on these diamond bits, you get a lot better cutting ability. Unfortunately, you also get a lot more spray, so I guess you have to balance your choices really. Let me show you what this cut's like when there's a good supply of water on it. Is actually cutting to its maximum depth quite easily really, but I'm getting coated with spray doing this. Out that having water on these diamond bits makes a huge difference. Just see, this is a little medium, probably about a 120 grade, something like that. Just see how well it cuts with this little dribble of water on it. And bear in mind that this is York stone. It's quite a bit harder than the Forest of Dean sandstone I was cutting. So although it's a bit messier, I actually prefer it. I'm getting faster cutting and no dust. So I'll trade that off for a bit of spray any day of the week. Just gonna smooth off this face a little bit more, because I now need to do a little bit more detailed drawing, and a bit more detailed cutting. Bear in mind that this is just the rough outline. Now I'm just going to mark out a bit more of the detail, pencil it out and cut out the outline for a bit more detail. So far, so good. starting to look like it might be a seahorse one day. My tray's full of water. That's only the second time I've had to empty it out in the whole of this process, so I'm not using much water. It just seems more messy than it actually is, but I'd rather do this than make a load of dust. Once I've emptied the water out, I'm going to shape the top of this now. All of the shaping goes right the way down. So if I start rounding over these surfaces and shaping things down, I should have room to maintain that shape that I've created so far. Well, I think I'm just about done. I'm going to go quickly round with the coarse roller and just take off a few more bits around here so it doesn't look quite so obviously carved in. But apart from that, that's okay. I'm really pleased with the way the water works. It makes a bit of spray everywhere, but you know, it's in a workshop, so I'm not too bothered. And I'd much rather have that than dust. And it is very little spray. I mean, my clothes, although they got sprayed, are dry, so it wasn't much. But there it is, Seahorse on Yorkstone. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I hope it inspires you to have a go. The beauty about using boulders is, of course, they're really accessible. You can find them in any garden centre and stone stockist, and you can just try out different stones very cheaply. So I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Quite like those. If you want to see me do more carvings on boulders, on rocks, then please subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.